So I'm on my way to Joann Fabrics for the last and final time. I'm going to go visit my favorite cashier. I'm so irritated and disappointed. I don't understand why. Why are we still at 20% off everything? Like, hey guys, sorry for the voiceover, but unfortunately I had my phone plugged into the car, so you can't hear me talking. But I am on my way to Joann Fabrics in a town a couple towns away from me. This is the beginning of when they announced Joann's is closing and filed for bankruptcy. So I was going to various Joann stores every 2 weeks just to see what the sales are like. So we traveled about 25 minutes away from my house just to see what that store was like. I actually used to work at that store many years ago, so I know all the gals there and management and everything. So I also would like to see them and see how they're doing. On my drive, I was quite sad, so I had to listen to my favorite human to brighten the mood. And we're pulling into the parking lot, and we're just gonna check out to see what the sales are like. Like I said, this is at the beginning, so this is about February, I believe. All right, let's go. A lot of plaids. I really wanted to get some plaid to make like a nice fall pinafore. I like this, even though I don't like orange. But look. Now this was, if I can get it down without knocking my brains out. This was one of the fabrics I saw that I had an outfit idea for, and it's 30% off of $24.99, which I feel like it's gonna go down some more. So I don't even want to get that. I mean, they have some beautiful fabrics by this maker. I've never heard of them before, but beautiful florals. This is gorgeous. I know I wear way too much purple, but not in my world, because that is my signature color. And I am not a pink girl, but these are beautiful. All these beautiful pastel summer colors. Back to this girl. I still want her so bad. I want both of them actually, but 20%, like 20%, really? So I'm still trying to find this, it's like a stretch sateen. She said that it was over here in this area somewhere, but I don't see it. It says they have about 13 yards left, and it's $5.99. So I wanted to get it for this Maryland dress, the pink dress from Niagara. If you know the movie, you know what dress I mean. So gonna look for that for a little bit more and then check out, because I'm just disappointed. Oh, this is cute. Look at all the chocolate Santas. but it is how much a yard? It's $14.99 a yard, and it's only 20% off. So we're gonna take pictures of it, and hopefully it's still here when we come back. So I'm leaving quite disappointed. I got a couple zippers, and it was a last chance fabric. Not my bad. That was 60% off. So I did get that. It was like a lavender colored linen that I wanted to make a set out of. Sorry guys, hold on one second. Yeah, but other than that, there was really like no nothing good on sale. Most of the fabrics were 20% off. Like I said, the holiday seasonal stuff was 40%. The like storage stuff was 10%. Notions were like 25%. Like it's really no real sale right now. So because this is a 25-minute drive for me, I'm just gonna wait 2 weeks and roll the dice and hope that it's there when I come back. There's a couple fabrics that I do want, but at this point it is what it is, what it ain't. So we're gonna head to Five Below and see if they have some cute stuff for baby dude's Easter basket, and then we're going to head home. So I'm on my way to Joann Fabrics for the last and final time. I'm going to go visit my favorite cashier worker that works at Joann's. Her name is Wendy, and I have known her for the better part of, how long have I been living? Actually longer than that, because I was coming up to this Joann's before when I lived 25 minutes away from where I live now. I would say I've known her at the very least 8 years, and she's always been a delight. She's always been a pleasure. She's always been helpful, and I'm just really sad that I'm not gonna, one, not be able to go to Joann's anymore, and two, not see her anymore. I mean, she was there for all my little emotional roller coasters, because Joann was my happy place. If I felt sad, honestly, I would go there. So she was always there when I would go there for some happiness. And you know, she was there when I found out I was having a grandkid and I was stressing about that. She was there when I had him, and the joy of meeting him for the first time, and she's seen him grow for the last 2 years, and you know, so yeah, it's very, very bittersweet for me. But I want to go and grab her some flowers and just take them to her as a thank you, and yeah, and wrap up this this love affair with Joann Fabrics. So all right, I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so we got the flowers. Aren't they beautiful? They're so like festive and fun. And now I'm just gonna get her a thank you card. This is it, the end of an era. Last Joann's visit. I'm so sad. I got a couple bolts. Didn't really need anything. Didn't see anything that I really had to have. But yeah, that's it. Bye, Joann's. Gonna miss you. Okay guys, so this is my last and final huge Joann Fabrics haul. It's quite a bit to go through. Here's all the fabrics. I got notions and buttons and patterns. So I'm just showing you an overall of what we got. And in my defense, a couple things, and by couple I mean like 3 things, are my daughters. But yeah, we got a few things, so let's go over them individually. And I'll show you what we got for our last and final hurrah and goodbye to Joann's. Hi everybody, it's Phoenix. Okay, so as I said, you saw the previous footage of us going to Joann's for the last and final time, and I'm just going to show you the haul that we got from Joann's. And keep in mind, this is from when they first announced it. The very first time I went was February until May. So I didn't buy this all at once. I would go back like every 2 weeks and get a couple things here or there as the prices changed, or things started to disappear. So, and if it was something that I absolutely felt like I needed, I would go ahead and just get it at either 30% or whatever. But the majority of the things that I got, I waited until the very last minute. So let's start with this, and it's going to be a little bit all over the place. I'll do a little bit of notions, fabric, whatever. I'll do all the fabric together, but I got some of this trim, pom-pom trim. I've used this before in a project and I loved it, and I honestly have no purpose for it currently, but it was the last little bit of it, and it was the last week of the sale, so it was like 75% off. So I just got what was left, and that was like a couple cents. I got these 3 marking pens. These were in like the little dollar section, like right before you go to the checkout. So they're already like ridiculously cheap. And then they were like, I think 60% off when me and Tay went that day. And it's so cute because, if you can see it, my camera isn't focusing. It's spools of yarn on this one. And then this one is a purple ruler. So you know I had to get that one. And how cute is this one? It's a little sewing machine. And then I got some buttons, and these buttons were 90% off. So of course, anything Christmassy I was looking for, but that stuff went super quick. I think they marked that down first. These are candy cane buttons, Santa hat buttons, and I got the last 3 packs of the little Christmas ribbon buttons, and they're originally $5.99, but like I said, they were like 90% off or something crazy like that. Okay, moving on, I can't remember 100% everything, but I believe these were 75% off too. Bias tape. I know that I use this. I know I'm gonna use it, so what I did was just get a couple packs of black, a couple packs of white. I didn't see red. I wanted red, but they didn't have red. Let's see. And then they had the piping. I just made something recently with piping, and it reminded me of how much I love using piping. So I got a couple packs of each color if they had it. I don't know why I got 1 pack of brown. I have OCD. So I always get at least 2 of something. So I'm thinking there's another one of these around there somewhere. But anywho, brown, 2 packs of yellow, 4 packs of blue. Isn't that blue pretty? I don't recall ever making anything with blue, but we'll have to now. 4 packs of black. I actually used 1 pack for a project that I did, and I'll show you the fabric that I used for that. I have a ton of that fabric left. And 4 packs of red. And then I got a couple packs of, oh wait, more piping. Green, that green is beautiful too. I was like, I'll definitely use this at Christmas time. And then I got a couple packs of red rickrack. When I went back to get more rickrack, it was gone, so. And then I got, we'll get to those in a second, a couple zippers. I ordered a bunch of zippers from Amazon, just like the regular zippers and the invisible zippers, but I don't have separating zippers. So I did pick up a couple of those. Red and purple, I know I'm going to use. Black and white, obviously, I know I'm going to use. And then pink. I don't really make stuff out of pink, I don't know, but and then another red one. And then of course I got the patterns. When I got mine, they were 99 cents. So I mean the patterns I felt fluctuated the most. It was weird. I don't know why they didn't just leave them at 99 cents, because they would have sold out of them. But I was heartbroken to learn that the last week of the sale, they threw all the patterns in the garbage and poured water on them. And apparently representatives from the liquidators came to make sure that the, the people at Joann's did that, which I thought was utterly ridiculous. That really made everybody mad, because it's a waste. Rather than put them at 99 cents, they put them back up to regular retail at one point, which was insane. Who's paying $30 for paper? I digress again. So of course, I had to get whatever vintage patterns that I didn't have. And then I did buy duplicates of some that I absolutely love and would be heartbroken if for some reason I couldn't make that pattern anymore. I'm a cutter. I like to cut my patterns. I know a lot of people trace, and I really need to start doing that, but here we are. This cute apron. I have about 3 of these already. I do not care. I have no shame. I bought another one. I have this pattern already, but I did buy a second one because I love it, and my weight has fluctuated since the last time I made this, and I want to make it again. This was my 50th birthday dress, and I do have a copy of it, but I did buy a second copy. This was a new apron pattern that I don't have, so I bought that one. I love the pockets on this one. I'm gonna stop talking so much and just show you the patterns and keep it pushing, because this video is gonna be like 12 hours long. They had a lot of great patterns. I haven't bought costume patterns in a long time, but I did check those out and I did pick a couple up. And then I also picked up a couple just little cute things. That's Simplicity. I got one New Look. Vogue, I hardly ever bought because they were expensive to me. $5.99 for a pattern. I didn't want to pay that, but again, they were all marked down at 99 cents. So I did pick up quite a few. And McCall. I see this bag everywhere, and I always say I'm gonna buy it, but I'd rather just make it. I didn't get any little kid patterns because my grandson is growing so quickly, and I figured the only thing that I would buy would be like costumes anyway, so I could just pick those up from wherever. All right, so I'm gonna clear this off, and then we're gonna move on to the fabric, which is a lot. Okay, we're gonna move on to the fabric, but I wanna show you this cute little bag that I got. They had all of their bags out. Usually they just put them out seasonally based on what the next holiday is, but they had all of them, Christmas, Easter, whatever. So I got that cute Christmas bag. There may be a Raspberry Beret Purple Rain ensemble, Raspberry Beret Purple Rain, shame on me, Raspberry Beret suit of some kind in my future. So they didn't have just like by the yard, so I had to buy pre-cuts, and I got 5 of those. That's all they had. I wanted at least 6 because, again, even numbers for my OCD. This is something that my daughter bought. She loves Marvel, so she got this flannel panel, and it is actually a sizing chart. So that'll probably wind up in Jordan's room. Okay, so on to the fabric. I got this very beautiful, it's like satin for some pajamas I want to make. I got this cute Christmas elf fabric for some pajamas I want to make for baby dude. And they have the multiracial elves on it, which I love. I got this gorgeous lavender colored linen. And we'll start with the cottons. My favorite is at the bottom. I'll show you that last. This adorable coffee cup fabric. I got this beautiful fabric because I love the pattern. And I have an idea in mind. That was my goal when I went into Joann's to buy fabric. If I couldn't picture what I was gonna make with the fabric, I wouldn't buy it. And I only bought, like I said, a lot of these I got at the beginning, middle, and end. So the cuts that you see are from the beginning part of Joann's Going Away announcement, and then the bolts were at the end. That's when they just start selling you the whole bolt and you had to buy the whole thing. I got this. It's very dull. Yes, I know it's gray, but I got it to make curtains for my sewing room to cover up my shelves that I don't want to look at. So that's that. And again, I just tried to get multiple different colors of things that I know that I would use eventually. And I got 2 to 3 yards based on the fabric itself. This, I took all that was left. You ready? I'm so in love. Kiki! Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I can't wait to make something with that. And at the same time, I'm scared to cut into it. All right, now we're gonna move on to my stretch fabrics. These are bottom weight stretch, which I love to make like wiggle dresses and my capri pants and just regular pants because there's not a lot of adjusting for, you know, someone with a heavier bottom. So I just tried to get whatever colors they had. And this, now these are probably more along the lines of 4 yards or better, because I know I'm going to use them for something or another. And this is the fabric that I was talking about that I actually made something for my high school reunion, and I'll insert that picture here or here based on what side you're looking on. It was a charm pattern Jane set, just the bustier. Okay, so, oh, I also got this one for a Marilyn Monroe inspired dress from Charm Patterns that I want to make. Now, my crazy self bought this in February, right? And I remember buying all of these other colors and I was saying, oh, I should have got that hot pink to make the dress from Niagara, the Marilyn Monroe movie. Not realizing that I already bought it. So what did I do at the end of the last week of the sale when they had the bulk sale? I bought a bolt of it. It'll get used, trust. I'm gonna make everything. A wiggle dress, a wiggle skirt, some capris, some pants. Child, trust me, it'll all get used. So moving on to my bolts. The bolts were so ridiculously priced, I can't even remember half the price of the bolts, but a lot of them were like $5 or like $10. And again, you had to buy whatever was left. Like they did no cutting. So that factored into our decision making in addition to, like I said, can I make multiple things out of all this fabric? So I got this cute purple and pink Barbie fabric. And I bought my fan out here and didn't even turn it on, y'all. I'm roasting. It's hot in Jersey. So I'm gonna turn that on. Excuse me. And this, in the video, the footage prior to this, you see me point to this fabric saying that, oh my God, I love it so much, but it was only 20% off and I refused to buy it at 20%. She waited and she got a nice little chunk on that bolt. And then this gorgeous fabric, it's like gowns, but it's purple and black. So I got that. I love that. Again, I see myself making multiple things out of that. And then this, I went back and forth. I put it back a couple times and I picked it back up, put it back. And then I stopped for a second and thought, I could think of at least 6 things I can make out of this. So we're going to get it. And we did. And I'm glad we did because it was $16.99 a yard and it was 80% off. Okay. I have been wanting to make a purple lavender velvet dress forever. So I was able to get my purple velvet. Of course, I knocked something over. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't she just show us that? This is a stretch. It's not a stretch bottom weight. It is a poplin, but it is stretch. It has 3% spandex in it. That's the one thing I love about having to take the whole bolt. You know exactly what it is. There's a slight color variation. You may or may not be able to see it on camera, but there is. Anywho, so those that follow me know that I wear a lot of purple, so I'm not ashamed. And this one is so pretty. It is also a poplin and it has 4% stretch. And again, there's a number of things, at least 4 things that I can make with this. And I just said that I don't wear pink, didn't I? When I showed you the zippers, right? Now I have something to use that zipper on. It was just so pretty though. Look at the flowers. I love them. Okay, now this is not mine. These are my daughter's. It's so funny because I'm the queen of Christmas is what everybody calls me. And she's the queen of Halloween. She loves Halloween. So she got this huge. Look how much fabric is on there. And again, we went when it was like 80-90% off. And the holiday fabrics were closer. I want to say they were like 90 or 80% off because they were trying to get rid of the holiday stuff first, I felt like. So she got this cute ghost fabric and it is fleece. No. Anti-pill plush fleece. Does it glow in the dark? I don't know if it glows in the dark. Not sure, but it's cute. And then she got, last but not least, this adorable, look how cute this is. It's like a haunted house with the little kids going trick or treat. So I think she's gonna make pillows and a blanket or something for my grandson. But yeah. And that completes our haul. It may seem like a lot, but considering that, you know, Joann's was my go-to. It was my happy place. It was where I went to get creative inspiration. It was where I went when I was sad and I needed something to inspire me. So yeah, I'm really gonna miss Joann's, and I'm hoping that this Joann Michael merge leads to them really embracing having fabric and notions and things for us seamstress, sewist, whatever you call yourself, and not just the yarn and crafty portion of it. So we will see, because I do not like buying fabric online, but we do what we must. So I think I have enough here to sustain me for a little bit. And hopefully everything works out. But thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.